Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. This is actually going to be about Alpha to Omega, but quickly I want to go through the anniversary update information and preview and future updates information. This was posted last night at 11:30 at night. This is our updates coming up in the near future. So, August 26th, that would be next Wednesday, about a week from now, we will have the release of Keepstars, a new nanocore called the Abyssal Starplume Nanocore, and Titan-related cosmic anomalies. Hello, Tapsoid, how you doing today? I have no idea what they mean by Titan-related cosmic anomalies. I'm lost when it comes to that. The only thing that ever comes to mind for me is, like, the havens in EVE Online, where on the last wave, it'll spawn a Titan that you can kill as, like, a really rare champ. The other thought I've got is, like, out in Nullsec, you can have faction Titans spawn on mining belts. So, maybe we'll be able to shoot at a Titan. But I have no idea if this is going to be significantly harder than what we would get from, like, a CTR, Capital Test Range. It'll be interesting, though. There's a lot to look at there. I don't know how much of that I'm going to be able to cover. It more depends on if I have a spawn that happens. And I'll try to get some images or footage of it. Alright. And then on September 9th, which is 3 weeks from now. Is it 3 weeks? Let me check here. I'm really bad when it comes to dates and times and things. Yeah, so 3 weeks from now, just after Labor Day, interestingly, we will get the Colossus Sophaloth class in New Eden, and the Titan class Corporation League begins. So this is a little bit interesting. The community has been kind of divided on what this means. The Colossus Sophaloth does not exist anywhere in EVE Online, so... But I kind of vaguely have a thought about it. So, the two camps that we have going here are either it's a translation error for Titan class, which could definitely be a thing, or it's a whole new ship. In which case, I would say, I hope it's a high-sec Dreadnought. I really hope so. Or it could also be like a faction super carrier, maybe? I'm not sure. It's a little weird. But Colossus Sophaloth, I wonder what that'll be. Well, this'll happen next, on the 9th, so yeah, we might have, like, a Q&A, or there might be some kind of dev coverage on Bilibili. I don't know, but very interesting. So, I don't know if you guys have been around long enough, but when EVE Echoes released Dreadnoughts and Carriers, we had the Corporation League, and it was a way to test flying all of the Dreads and Titans, or of the Dreads and Carriers, before they are released in the game. Hello, Heartbreaking. How you doing tonight? So I assume that's going to be the same here. We're going to get to test out these Titans. And that's going to be really cool. Of course, like it says here, the Titans will be provided by Concord. This is probably the single biggest update since the release of Dreadnoughts and Carriers. Which has been a few years. I mean, that September 9th update is going to be very interesting. Right? And then on September 23rd, which is the end of next month, about 4 or 5 weeks away, Titan Descent will be releasing, and it will be unlocking the ability to actually construct Titans. We're a month away. We are a month away. This is it. This is like the end of the road for like EVE Online content. Other than like the few kind of faction dreadnoughts, faction battle cruisers, things like that. We're at the biggest thing that exists in EVE Online currently. We could technically see faction titans. That's definitely a thing that could happen. But everything after this is gonna be... It's gonna be up to the EVE Echoes developers to design and create their own content. And where they want to go from there. They pretty much used as much as they can from EVE Online. And now we'll get to see what they actually do with the game after that. So very interesting, very cool. But today we are just doing some grinding on Alpha to Omega Laser. There's really not going to be a whole lot for me to talk about this character in particular. We're only 1 month away from Omega on this character, and realistically, we only need about 300 million more before we're pretty much guaranteed to be at Omega when the next Concord Pass drops. There was something I was thinking about here. Oh yeah, Concord Pass. I have a lot of stuff on my Concord Pass right now, not unlocked or finished. We've only got a few levels to get, so that'll be good. How many weeks do we have left? Is this the last week? Yeah, 1 more week. Okay, so that means we should be maxed out on our points for this. And then we'd have to grind all of next month, and then we'll have our goal. Actually, we only may need, like, a couple weeks of next month. Big thing we got here is this item here, which will give us some it will give us some nanocore materials that we can sell. So we're not too far. Reminder that we are at 100 plex right now. 170 is what we need. Let's have a look at the plex market just real quick. If I wanted to buy 70. So that means, yeah, if I get like 300 million between now and the next Concord Pass, we're pretty much guaranteed to be at Omega. And then we'll get to do Dormant Realms with this character. It'll be carries for a while, but that's how we're gonna maintain our character, is with Dormant Realms. Yeah, we're not far off. 800 million is not bad. We're expecting about 500 million at minimum from our skill chip. So, yeah, about 300 million is all we have to grind. While I'm here, let me look at my skills and stuff. See if there's anything I can skill into. Cool. That should do it. How far away are we from Tech 8? We're still quite a ways off from Tech 8. Anyways, what do you guys think about the, what do you guys think about the updates that we'll be getting over the next month? Yeah, we might be a few weeks away from seeing everything on Moby. We do need to see next week's update first, because with the release of the Keepstar, we'll see if the information for building a Keepstar is identical to what Moby has. Yeah, Titan class carrier with battleships. I mean, lightweight battleships are a term that can be found in the game under the skill tree. Just like lightweight carriers, or lightweight ships.
We're under attack.
I don't know, there's so much that they have available to them if they want to do it. Colossal Sothaloth. I really hope that's a high-sec Dreadnought. I think Dreadnought pilots should have a high-sec equivalent. Because literally, carriers lightweight ship pilots and Force Auxiliary pilots all have, and freighters and industry, all have high-sec capable ships. Dreadnoughts do not. Yeah, quote-unquote Titan with lightweight marshals. Oh god. That sounds terrifying.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
I keep forgetting what my drone command range is. It's 23 kilometers. Yeah, that would be terrifying. Like, the lightweight Asteros are already insane. I couldn't imagine what, like, a lightweight Nestor or Antlers would be like. Someone made a really good point recently, that the new Defenders that came out, the radiological armor thing, and the other one, those are gonna be really, really nice for a Titan. With the amount of raw HP that a Titan has, 10% extra is gonna be like adding a whole Dreadnought on top of that. Or multiple battleships.
Warning. Capacitor running low.
I need this guy to stop running away. Yeah, you would never know. Thank you, Tapzoid, for that comment, by the way. I didn't know if you wanted to be called out. It is a really good point. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be very interested to see what the,
Enemy ships detected. We're being warp scrambled.
what the Titan-related anomalies are gonna be like. Because I have no idea what that means. And how hard that's gonna be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like EVE Online, where each Titan has its own Doomsday. But I wonder if it's gonna be a module. If it's a module, we'll have to figure out whether it's worth having it as something or to switch over to something else. Oh yeah, I'm expecting whatever the event is when they release Titans, it's going to be a paid event. They're probably also gonna have a paid event next week. If I had to guess. Especially with the new Nanocore coming. With the new Nanocore,
Warp drive active.
I really wonder what that new Nanocore is gonna be like, because we haven't even seen anything about it yet.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, I have not seen the new Nano yet either. All we know is the name. I hope it's interesting and not like the Octopus Nanocore. I would like it to be able to be used. Octopus Nanocore is pretty good for low-sec and null-sec. Oh, what the heck was the name of that? Star... something? Abyssal Star Plume. Abyssal Star Plume. Yeah, I mean, you think about it. All of the star-related nanocores have one thing in common. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the design. Actually, no. Starbreak kinda changed that. So
Enemy
it's not even
ships
the design they
detected.
have in common anymore.
We're under attack.
But Starbeat, Star Melody, they had the same
We're under
design.
attack.
Starbreak has a different design with the flowing fire behind it. So I wonder what Star Plume is gonna look like. They are good nanos. Every single one of them has been very meta. Of course, Star Beat is no longer a meta nanocore. To be fair, I honestly don't even remember what it does anymore, because it's been that long since I looked at it. But, could be interesting. Yeah, Star Plume could be another, like, AoE. That'd be crazy if it was. I mean, we've always asked, like, how are they going to one-up the Star Break or Star Melody nanocore for how meta they are and how good they are? we'll have to see what they do. Yeah, AoE heal would be so good, wouldn't it? Man, imagine that. If it goes on Force Auxiliary, and you've got this giant AoE heal, that would be cool. Could go on, like, the Antelos as well. That would be nice.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Yeah, Plume makes me think of, like when you kick up dust. It's a plume of dust. So it might be something kind of encompassing or AoE. It also makes me think of, like, feathers, a plume of feathers. I guess you could think about, like, a nebula as a plume of gaseous dust. Or space dust. That could be interesting. If it looked kinda like a nebula, that would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, and I agree that I really don't like the last few nanophores that we've had. Although, the soccer one had its interesting use, and it's going to be good for, like, Logi chips. I just don't think... I don't think it was, like, the most meta thing to happen, or the most powerful thing to ever come across. I think it was just reasonably balanced. Which I will always accept. I think the worst part the worst part about
Drive
the
active.
Soccer Nanocore is most of the time you don't need the activation. Unless you're in PvP. Otherwise, it's just kind of not needed.
We're under attack.
Same with the Octopus Nanocore. I really wish that could have been used in high-tech, but because it targeted players, it could not be used. So that's unfortunate. Not too bad on the income there. This is the Alpha 2 Omega. The laser character. Yeah, if it's AoE healing like we've been begging for, it's gonna be stupidly broken. I don't care if it's like a shield recharge amount or if it's just one large bulk drop of heal on a group of people. Like, it is going to be the most useful thing that you can get your hands on next to Starbreak. Oh, there you go. Atom laser beam.
Enemy ships detected.
Hold on.
We're under attack.
I mean, you can always just, yeah, are you sending me the avatar item number? Is that what you're sending me? Is it gonna be in English? Because the one I see is... The one I've seen... Ah, you're trying to generate the other ones as well. Interesting. Yeah, this will be, our first look at it on stream. That'd be so cool. It's either a capital O or a 0. I don't remember. I think it's a 0 because it's kind of squared off. I can't tell though. There we go. So there's the avatar in all of its beautiful glory. Obviously, there's a lot of like placeholder numbers here.
We're under
I don't
attack.
think the avatar will only have... I don't think the avatar will only have 798,000 EHP. Or overall defense. It's definitely a slow motor. 20 meters a second, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, Jen, if you can share that to Corp and all that. Yeah, that's super cool. Fuel capacity is pretty standard for 5 million. It's not on the realm list. Interesting little note here. The scriptures Revelation verses 2:12. That's cool. Yeah, we can actually see it in game. You can see it actually kind of fades in. I actually have this on low, don't I? Hold on. No, I'm on Ultra. Okay. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of placeholder items here. $3,820 meters long. Oh, I can't wait. We have no roll bonuses, no weapon bonuses yet. I don't think this is the right layout on the armor. I think this is just the Revelation layout. .3 AU warp speed. Yeah, like I said, I think it's all placeholders right now.
Warp drive active.
It is still a work in progress.
We're under attack.
Hopefully we'll have the other ones come through.
We're under attack.
1.3. We've played around with it a little bit. It's not useful right now. But I assume that with the release of Titans, it'll be very useful. This one? You're talking about? Capacitor recharge time is pretty alright. 95.2 per second? Ah, the thruster by itself. Gotcha. I'm getting distracted. Y'all are gonna get me killed. This one here, you mean? Yeah, I kinda remember it.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Man, it is so exciting the times that we're gonna be coming up on. And then of course we're gonna have to figure out how to make it work. Titans are a very important part of EVE Online. Not only do they pretty much hold industry up by themselves because they consume so many materials that it drives market prices up due to the lack of material available. But they're also a pinnacle of combat. If you are doing any sort of fleet engagement, a war, Titans are expected to kind of be there as, like, the backbone of the entire force, and to create a threat on grid towards lesser ships. Now, of course, you're not gonna see often a Titan surviving a fleet of small ships. Like, if you get 50 of our battleships together, you might be able to kill a Titan. However, the Titan against a group of like, supercarriers or dreadnoughts, the Titan will have a hell of a fight on its hands. It will fight back.
Enemy ships detected.
And that's what I'm excited for.
We're under attack.
There's gonna be so many good videos and fights and wars that happen, and then all of a sudden you just see a Titan on grid. Hello, Image. How you doing today? Did you see this? Oh, I'm so excited. All the meanwhile, we've been, like, running missions in the background. Not really AI, but it's pretty much AI. All I need to do is pay attention to the warp and the lock time. And turn on a couple modules. After that, the game plays itself with this ship. What should we do with our first, like, couple billion ISK? Because it's likely we're going to be carrying this character through Dormant Realms. It's true. We might see a new kind of Titan for Eve Echoes. And that's why I wonder about that Colossal Sophaloth class. Either that's going to be a new supercarrier, a new dreadnought, or a Titan. Whatever it is, it's gonna be new. We've never seen it before. Although I will say, the longer I think about Sophaloth, the longer I feel like I know that from somewhere. Yeah, we definitely need a new dread. I don't think the Delirium made the impact they wanted it to. It's a decent ship, but it doesn't work for me. And that's the key, is it's not for me. I was honestly expecting to see the faction dreadnoughts before we saw a Titan. It might be a tanky dread, yeah, that'd be cool. Could be like a martial dread equivalent? Yeah, you bought my Delirium. Thank you for that, Heartbreaking. I've been trying to get rid of that thing for a while. It's funny that I've had 2 Deliriums, and I have sold both Delirium.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Yeah, I can't wait, because I've been, like, dreaming about Titans since EVE Online dropped them and all those stories happened about them. And I would spend, like, nights just watching videos about corporation wars and alliance wars and all the Titans they dropped. The huge amount of destruction in each of those wars when one of those Titans pops. It's cool. I hope in the future we will have the same stories to tell of
Enemy ships
wars
detected.
untold and battles that should have been lost
We're
but were
under
won.
attack.
Oh yeah. No, I am absolutely gonna try to get one. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but I know from what we've done so far, it's gonna be a long grind. Yeah, my job is just to keep doing what I do and make ISK and try to find deals where I can to get the materials I need. If it comes out that we need like double the amount of materials compared to what I have predicted, I'm not sure what I do about that. Yeah. The problem with getting more is just having to be on EVE Echoes more than I need to be. I'm trying to balance it to where I don't get burned out on the game while making videos about it and streams, and doing everything that I normally do. I have got to keep that in check. That is the one thing that most creators have a trouble with, is balancing their content creation and what they love to do versus what they have to do to grow their channel.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, guarding it might be a whole different story. The hope would be that I never have to undock it. That I never have to put it through a combat situation.
We're under attack.
And I just get to have it for my Dormant Realm. And show it off to every person who wants to join me in Dormant Realm. That's the goal. It's like my super carrier. I have a super carrier. I don't fly a super carrier outside of station that often. It's mostly just to check stats. But it is absolutely there for Dormant Realms and having fun. Showing off a little bit. I mean, how many people do you know that would do Dormant Realm Titan? Like, yeah, super carriers are one thing. But giving a newer player the chance to actually, like, see one and watch it in combat is an opportunity that I would love to be able to provide. And it's in a safe environment, so there's no risk of you walking up to it and it just absolutely obliterating you if you're a new player. It'll be very nice to be able to have one as a showcase of what Titans can do.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Oh, that's gonna be a long flight over there. Yeah. Yeah, just being able to see a Titan up close. That's part of why I really like EVE Online as well, because they have monuments for Titans and things. Especially in Amarr, they have an entire section behind Amarr, which is 4 Titans facing inward, and it's the avatars as the Titans. Incredible monument and thing to actually go and visit. It really gives you an idea of the scale that those ships are. This is taking forever. what it would also do for me is I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be one of the handful, maybe 5 people that would ever show off their own Titan. It puts me in such a interesting position to have content that nobody else could dream about and be able to share that with you guys. Good lord, the lag on this today is real. Yeah, definitely a lot of lag.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Double Armor Ref is putting in some good work here. Yeah, I mean, Titans should use most of the Dreadnought skills. But there may be, like, Titan Command, Titan Operation, Titan Defense, Titan Engineering. Unless it's just gonna use Dreadnought skills. Like, Expert Dreadnought. As for the weapon skills, it's just gonna be the Doomsday skill and the capital weapon of your choice. And possibly Seaways. I mean, Titans are like the pinnacle of what combat is for standard
Warp drive
weaponry.
active.
Just like super carriers are the pinnacle of what drone combat is. Mm-hmm.
We're under attack.
I expect it will be a lot of SP. I'm gonna be very interested to see if we'll get, like, Siege mode on a Titan, or if it's just gonna be the Doomsday timer. Because I think you have to be in some kind of siege mode to start the Doomsday. So, at least for our, Lancer Dreadnoughts, that's the case. Start collecting Lazarus. Well, hopefully these next couple events, or this next event, the anniversary event, will have a bunch of Lazarus or skill points or something. I may have to take T10 day 1 and skill him completely out of carriers and put everything into, like, Dreadnought Titan. I don't know. It's a thought.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Pretty standard Alpha to Omega today. Nothing to talk about the character itself, just a lot of other things that are top tier content. God, I'm so excited for all of this. I keep saying it. I know there's gonna be a lot of people that don't want to see it. There's gonna be people that leave when they see it. But give the content a chance. Let it stand on its own. See how it goes. See how what people are doing with the content. And maybe a year down the road, everything changes. And you can do whatever content you were doing anyway. So, I think I've never really understood some of those older content creators like Captain Benzie, who fought and fought and fought every single update, And I get it. I get they want the best for the game, they want the best for the community. And they couldn't keep up with the content or didn't want to do everything that was needed to provide that content, or maybe the content didn't sit right with them because it was paid versus being able to be gotten in game. I think it's just better to let the content play out. Let's see what it does and keep going. The community will naturally reject something when they see it in a bad way. The community is very, very intelligent, and they know what they are interested in versus what... Really? Am I gonna be chasing this guy for... Ugh. One of these guys. I don't know. I don't know how useful that would be. Because I could see it being useful on, like, a gate camp, or trying to catch somebody.
Warning, capacitor running low.
Autopilot engaged.
Alright, hold on. We're just being dragged out into the middle of nowhere.
Warp drive active.
Yeah. Yep, that is exactly what I'm doing. Unless one of you happens to be in Quartler. Still loading up that alt, by the way. Another fountain tick there. Pretty sure that puts me at like 18 million for an hour of work. This. I think what we'll do is we'll make this the last one for today.
Fleet warp.
Oh, hell. Everything's turned off.
Warp drive active.
Fleet warp.
There we go.
We're under attack.
I'm not even sure where everything is. Yep, today was just gonna be a short day anyway. And we're just gonna watch this thing die. Along with everything else.
Shifts detected.
Dominic's Navy issue is so dumb. I love it.
Autopilot
Alright.
engaged.
So, with that being said, thank you all so much for joining me today. And I will see you
Warp drive
all on the
active.
next one. We are slowly working our way through this 300 million that we need. Yeah, I thought about doing a DNI stream pretty soon.
Destination.
Get all three of them going. But anyways, I will see you all on the next one. Maybe we'll do a DNI tomorrow. Take care and be safe.